fiendishly clever plan, which, up to the moment they drove away, had worked flawlessly.
Catching Lightning, only on Showtime, streaming with Paramount Plus.
Gervonta Tank Davis, King Ryan Garcia.
The power of Davis!
The flash, the hand speed.
Two undefeated stars, two journeys, one mega fight to make history.
It's over! It doesn't get any better than this!
Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, Saturday, April 22nd, live on pay-per-view.
Hello and welcome to Las Vegas. We are in the fighting capital of the world. We are looking forward to the workout of the undefeated Gervonta Tank Davis on Saturday, April 22nd, a fight that the world has been waiting for. Gervonta Davis collides against Ryan Garcia, two fighters who are in the primes of their careers, going at it, risking their undefeated records on the line. It all comes your way on Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view. Just to let you know, an earlier start time than usual, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It is sold out. There will be electricity indeed here in Las Vegas. But later today, in a few moments, you're going to see Gervonta Davis work out for all the media and all of you watching at home. Just to give you an idea of what you can expect on Saturday, April 22nd, aside from the main event. We will start off with the 19-year-old sensation who's undefeated, Elijah Garcia. Will go head-to-head against Kevin Salgado, that one in the middleweight division. Then we will move on to the super middleweight division. Gabe Rosado in action as he takes on the Bully. Our co-main event also in the super middleweight division. The undefeated David Morrell Jr. risks an undefeated record, and he puts that two on the line against Senia Akbeko of Ghana. Then our main event of the evening, Gervonta Davis matches up against Ryan Garcia. What a run that we've had for Showtime Championship Boxing over the past. To begin the year, we started off with Gervonta Davis's win over Hector Luis Garcia. It has been 10 outstanding fight nights. 2 weeks ago, we were here in Las Vegas for David Benavidez' win over Caleb Plant, a riveting affair also. Jesus Ramos with a win over Joey Spencer. On Saturday, we have Sebastian Fundora matching up against Brian Mendoza from the War Grounds in Carson. Tomorrow night, Showbox returns at 10 Eastern. Sherrod Bunch in our main event, taking on Brian Flores, no relation to me. And in 2 weeks from Saturday night, you have Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Now, here's the deal. This is a fight that people have been talking about. It's been mentioned for over 2 years. And finally, these two young warriors get an opportunity to square off here in Las Vegas. Gervonta Davis has been in the limelight for many years. You know, he's obviously been known as one of the most popular attractions in boxing in the United States. He's a bona fide ticket seller no matter where he goes. He had a sold-out crowd in Washington, D.C., in our nation's capital when he wiped out Hector Luis Garcia. He has beaten the likes of Leo Santa Cruz as well, Mario Barrios over recent memory, and now will take on the undefeated 23-year-old in Ryan Garcia. One thing about Gervonta Davis fights that you can pretty much be guaranteed of. You're going to see action in the ring and outside the ring when it comes to his ring entrances. His ring entrances are always very special. They always have a unique flair. That's Gervonta Davis's personality. But more than anything, skills pay the bills. And Gervonta Davis, he's been a pro for 10 years. As I was getting ready to get here to the media workout, I looked at his box record, and I couldn't believe that Gervonta Davis has been a pro for 10 years, over 10 years. Turned pro in February of 2013. Now, as he's in his 10th year as a pro, this is his most high-profile fight. But one thing about Gervonta Davis is he loves the limelight. He loves these big stages, and he thrives in these particular prize fight situations. For Ryan Garcia, he has a knockout percentage of 82%. He's coming off of a win over Javier Fortuna. He has been clamoring for a fight against Gervonta Davis for over 2 years. This has been talked about in the media. It has been talked about by fans. It's been talked about by the fighters. And now we are merely 16 days away until April 22nd, live on Showtime pay-per-view. I cannot wait. T-Mobile Arena is absolutely going to be rocking, full of energy, enthusiasm, and passion. And what I love about this fight is it's the best fighting the best. Both of these guys are rolling the dice, so to speak. It's obvious. There's a reason why we're here in Las Vegas. It's a gambling city. Both guys are gambling with their undefeated records. They're both polarizing figures in their own rights. Both of them with massive social media followings. But at the end of the day, on Saturday, April 22nd, the bell will ring and we will see which man is better than the other. It's one of those fights that the world stops. You know, we've been and seen some incredible prize fights over the past several years. But this one, two guys in their 20s, two guys with so much to gain and also quite a bit to lose, because the loser of this will have their first loss of their careers. And honestly, the winner will have bragging rights over the other and also demonstrate that, in their opinions, they are the kingpin of the lightweight division. Gervonta Davis, it has been a fact, has been a cash cow for many, many years. I can recollect when he went ahead and, main evented his first time at the War Grounds in Carson, California, back in February of 2019. He had over 7,000 people there to take on a late replacement. He was supposed to fight Abner Mares. And he's also gone to Baltimore, his hometown, gone to Atlanta, sold out. Fought at the Alamo Dome during COVID. Had almost 10,000 people during that fight against Leo Santa Cruz. Everywhere he goes, Gervonta Davis sells tickets, and he puts butts in seats, and he puts eyeballs on the sport. It's because of his style in the ring, and you never know when a Gervonta Davis fight is going to end. He has a knockout percentage of over 92%. Of his victories, only two guys have gone the distance with him, Sherman Moraz and also Isaac Cruz, in which Gervonta Davis defeated him over a year ago, back in December of 2021 at Crypto.com Arena, formerly known as the Staples Center in Los Angeles. He had over 15,000 people in attendance for that one. But now both guys are looking for their biggest wins of their careers, and they have that opportunity on Saturday, April 22nd. The event presented by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and presented by Premier Boxing Champions. As on Saturday, when you watch Showtime Championship Boxing, it'll be the 10th event that Showtime has put on. This one on April 22nd will be the 11th, and it is going to be a special night of boxing in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. You know it's a big event when you're in the fighting capital of the world. You know it's a big event when the stars are coming out. We've heard that there are going to be a multitude of celebrities in the house watching this. It has been debated who is going to win, Gervonta Davis or Ryan Garcia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to welcome in the undefeated lightweight kingpin. He is a box office superstar from Baltimore, Maryland. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you as he's getting ready to work out for all the media here in Las Vegas. A man who has a knockout percentage of over 92%. So exciting in the ring and outside the ring as we bring into the ring here in Las Vegas, Gervonta Tank Davis, as he will make his way up the steps and getting ready to work out for all of you here in Las Vegas. Gervonta is here in the gym. He's just putting final preparations, and then he will get into the ring and work out for all of you. We will talk also with Calvin Ford, his trainer that's been with him since the beginning. Also Leonard Ellerby, who's been a part of his team for many, many years, and also just continue to break down this massive fight. It's a fun undercard, but the bottom line is that everyone is waiting for the main event on Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view, Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. You do not want to miss it. It's one of those fights that when it goes down, you're going to remember where you were and how you watched it, because it will no doubt be special. Two of the world's best going at it to try to prove who is superior than the other. As Gervonta Davis is going ahead and talking with Calvin Ford, we're waiting for Gervonta to make his way inside the ring here in Las Vegas. Gervonta talking with his esteemed trainer that he's been with since the very beginning. And Gervonta, obviously very focused. He has a nutritionist who's helping to prepare his meals. You saw the first episode, by the way, of All Access, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia. It is on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Make sure to check it out. I think it has over 3 million viewers who checked it out, and it only dropped 4 days ago. That just goes to show you the kind of anticipation and excitement that fans are expecting on Saturday, April 22nd. Even when we were here for David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, fans were enthralled by that fight, but everybody continued to talk about who is going to win, Gervonta Davis or Ryan Garcia. Now, in my estimation, look, you have to look at the fact that there's a reason why Gervonta Davis is the favorite, but you cannot count out Ryan Garcia. Both press conferences drew a lot of attention in New York and Los Angeles, and I can only imagine what Fight Week is going to bring. And it really blows my mind that Fight Week begins in less than 2 weeks. I can't wait. You have to check out the Showtime Sports and the Premier Boxing social media pages, because they are going to give you a comprehensive look during Fight Week as we build up to Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell anybody you know. If they're just a casual sports fan, this is the fight to watch. It is can't miss, and we start an hour earlier. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time, 3 fun undercard matchups, and then we get the main event. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. I mean, literally, that is a wonderful venue. It's a terrific building, the home of the Las Vegas Knights of the NHL. And on Saturday, April 22nd, it'll be the home of Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, as both of them look to demonstrate who is superior than the other inside the ring. For Gervonta Davis, he relishes the limelight. He loves stages like this. He's fought in England. He's fought all over the United States. Everywhere he's gone, he's sold. It's because his style. He has knockout power. I remember when he fought Rolando Romero back in May of last year on Memorial Day weekend. He drew the highest gate, the highest attendance for a prize fight in the history of Barclays Center. Madonna came out. Literally, the who's who. You never know who's going to be in attendance at a Gervonta Davis fight. And he's only 28 years of age. He's still in the prime of his career. He's taken on a young, hungry lion in Ryan Garcia, who's trained by the legendary, the 2023 Hall of Famer, in Joe Goosen. So you know Ryan Garcia is going to be prepared and ready to go. But Gervonta Davis knows that he must be at his best and must bring his A+ game in order to defeat Ryan Garcia. On the opposite side, Ryan Garcia knows he can't have even one moment where he slips up. Against Gervonta Davis, you can ask the likes of Isaac Cruz and also Mario Barrios. You can ask Leo Santa Cruz. And you literally have to fight nearly a perfect fight in order to beat Tank. No one's been able to solve him and hand him his first loss just yet. Isaac Cruz pushed him to a fun fight. It was a competitive matchup, but Gervonta Davis prevailed. What will Ryan Garcia be able to do in order to try to upset Gervonta Davis? Now, I use the word upset because of the fact that, according to the odds makers, Gervonta Davis is the favorite. So that's why I'm not using my opinion. I think it is a very close fight. I think we get ebbs and flows in this matchup, and I think we get plenty of entertainment. It's a fight that you have to watch because it's two of the world's best matching up, and they are still in the primes of their careers. They didn't need any more marination on this fight. They are getting it on. They both said, listen, Gervonta fought a quote-unquote tune-up against Hector Luis Garcia, and I don't even think that's really a tune-up because Hector Luis Garcia is a champion in the super featherweight division. No easy task, and Gervonta Davis beat him, and he did not answer the bell for the 8th round. For Ryan Garcia, he's coming off of a win over Javier Fortuna. There was talk about Ryan Garcia also having a tune-up in preparation for this fight. Ryan said, nope, let's just get to the business at hand, which is why we are only 16 days away until Gervonta Davis collides against Ryan Garcia. Showtime pay-per-view presented by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by GTD Promotions, Premier Boxing Champions as well, or promoted by GTD Promotions and TGB Promotions, presented by Premier Boxing Champions. What a run for Showtime Championship Boxing this year that we have witnessed. I mean, some compelling matchups, and it's only going to continue, but it culminates on Saturday, April 22nd, on Showtime pay-per-view with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, as they will go head-to-head with everything on the line in this matchup. Join us on our social media pages, on the Showtime Sports social media pages, Twitter, Instagram, on the Premier Boxing social media pages as well, and give us your thoughts. Who do you believe is going to win this matchup? Will it be Gervonta Davis? Will it be Ryan Garcia? We want you to go ahead and let us know who you believe will have their hand raised at the end of the evening on Saturday, April 22nd, here in Las Vegas at the boxing gym that Gervonta Davis has called his home in preparation for his showdown against Ryan Garcia. Literally, these guys are under a microscope. Everywhere they go, Gervonta Davis, everywhere that Ryan Garcia goes, they are followed by cameras and fans. The anticipation continues to build, and make no mistake about it, no matter where you are around the world, everybody is going to have their eyes transfixed upon Las Vegas on Saturday, April 22nd. We are awaiting Gervonta Davis to make his way inside the ring to be able to come and work out for all of you on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Looking forward to talking with Tank. I've known Tank for many, many years, and we've watched him grow and evolve. And I remember one of the last times, I think it might have been the last time that Gervonta fought at the T-Mobile Arena. It was on the co-main event of when Floyd Money Mayweather defeated Conor McGregor, one of the highest grossing prize fights of all time. Gervonta Davis was able to handle business against Francisco Fonseca and was victorious in that outing. But now Gervonta, he has been a main eventer for several years. He's thriving, and he looks to make the biggest statement of his career against a very tough and determined Ryan Garcia. It all comes your way Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view. Very easy to be able to buy. Check it out. You can buy it in the palm of your hand on your smart TV, or you can call your local cable or satellite providers for availability. But do it now, because you do not want to be on the 11th hour and trying to get through to any of your systems, because make no mistake about it, everyone is going to be trying to watch this one. So get it early and have your party. Make sure to bring your family and friends over and enjoy what is going to be a compelling night of boxing. One that, fights like this are what, we're in the business, and I'm fortunate to watch a lot of prize fights for a living. But this is one of those fights where it really gets you excited. It gets the juices flowing, because I really don't know what's going to happen. I believe that somebody on April 22nd, I won't necessarily give you a prediction, but what I will say is the result. I don't think this fight goes the full 12 rounds. If it does, I will be surprised by every stretch of the imagination. Both Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia have high knockout percentages. Gervonta Davis over 92%. Ryan Garcia over 83%. Both guys know how to put their opponents to sleep. Now, the question is, who can handle the other's power? As you look at this fight from a stylistic standpoint, will the speed of Gervonta Davis frustrate Ryan Garcia? Also, on the opposite side, Gervonta Davis, to my knowledge, has really, Mario Barrios is about 5'10", 5'11", but he hasn't fought anybody with the kind of one-punch knockout power that Ryan Garcia possesses. Gervonta Davis did say during one of the press conferences, all you got, he told this to Ryan Garcia when they were in the face-off, and you saw it on All Access, all you got's a left hook. And Gervonta Davis said, he goes, all you got's a left hook. You only have one weapon that you can hurt me with. I have a multitude of weapons. And you know what? I'm not saying that was correct or not correct. What I'm saying is that Gervonta Davis firmly believes that he has a more overall better skill set than that of Ryan Garcia. But I'll tell you, Ryan Garcia is supremely talented. He's in the prime of his life, and he's taken a big step up in competition. But Ryan Garcia, in the course of his career, has been able to deal with adversity. He was knocked down, by Luke Campbell back in January a couple years ago, was able to come up off the canvas, finish him off in grand fashion. So I really don't look at that as being necessarily a bad thing in the sense of this. Look, guys get buzzed all the time. They are able to get up and they are able to finish off opponents. I think of a name, one of the greatest fighters from Puerto Rico in the history of Puerto Rico. You look at Felix Tito Trinidad, who was down in his career several times early in fights, was able to come up off the canvas and wipe out most of his adversaries. So I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I look at how they respond. Do they crumble under the pressure? Ryan Garcia did not. Now, being hit by Campbell is vastly different than being hit by Gervonta Davis. But it is all going down on Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view here in Las Vegas, awaiting Gervonta Davis here to work out as he's talking with one of our DJs, one of the best DJs on the planet. DJ D Miles wants to get his musical play selection correct. As he'll step inside the ring, he's going to talk with us first. Then he's going to work out for all of you watching at home and the media assembled. I mean, look at it. There are so many cameras from all over the world that have made their way already here to Las Vegas for Gervonta Davis's workout. We are waiting for Tank to step inside the ring. We'll talk with him, as we mentioned, as we continue to build up for Fight Week. A lot of programming coming your way already right now on the Showtime Sports social media pages. All Access Episode 1 of Davis and Garcia is live. Over 3 million people have watched it. It continues to do monster numbers. Episode 2 will be dropping in a couple of days. And also we have some riveting boxing programming coming your way to build you up and get you ready for that big night. Showbox tomorrow night, 10 Eastern. Coming your way from Northern California on Saturday on Showtime Championship Boxing presented by Premier Boxing Champions. You have Sebastian Fundora matching up against Brian Mendoza. I did the press conference earlier today in Los Angeles. Both guys are ready to go. They're focused, and they know that it's a big fight for them, and they want to go ahead and make a statement in the super welterweight division. Speaking of the super welterweight division, you saw Jesus Ramos, the co-main event of David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, do tremendous work as he stopped Joey Spencer in the 7th round. You also, last month, Tim Tszyu victorious over Tony Harrison. Jermell Charlo, people are wondering, when is he going to come back? Jermell Charlo, the unified super welterweight champion of the world. That is a highly rated division. Speaking of a highly rated division, you look at the super middleweight division. David Benavidez victorious over Caleb Plant over 2 weeks ago here in Las Vegas. On Saturday, April 22nd, the co-main event, David Morrell Jr. matching up against Sina Akbeko. There is talk of if David Benavidez cannot take on one Canelo Alvarez, then maybe if David Morrell is victorious, then potentially a matchup with David Benavidez and David Morrell. If that is to be the case, that's a fight that's intriguing as well. Morrell comes from the Cuban School of Boxing. He's from Cuba, a Cuban defector who is a rising talent, 8-0, 7 knockouts, taking on Sina Akbeko in a stay busy fight. Who knows? That could potentially be next for David Benavidez and also David Morrell. But again, I am just throwing out things that I would like to see if Benavidez cannot take on Canelo Alvarez, which I would like to see, obviously, like the rest of the world. But what the world will see on Saturday, April 22nd, Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia on Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to be talking with Leonard Ellerby. We're going to be talking with Calvin Ford. We'll be talking with Gervonta Davis, who is making sure that he has everything ready to go when it comes to his musical selection as he'll step inside the ring. Don't forget, join us during the entire fight week. Check out the Showtime Sports and the Premier Boxing social media pages. Fight week is going to start off with a bang. Looking forward to that. I know that the Premier Boxing Champions, the GTD promotions, TGB promotions, Showtime, the network, they are all planning for a big night, and it's also being promoted by Golden Boy Promotions as well. Everybody's coming and working together to put on this massive event, and this is what I love to see with boxing. Various promotional entities working together to put on a fight that you, the fans, deserve. This is a fight that the fans want to see, but this is a fight that fans deserve to see, and we finally get it in 16 days' time. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, both men undefeated, as they say in prize fighting. So Monzo has got to go. You do not want to miss what will be an exciting night of boxing as Gervonta Davis finishing off and making his way. I'm checking out the gym right now to see where Gervonta is. He is finishing off preparations and will be inside the ring here. Calvin Ford is making sure that he has everything all fine-tuned and ready to go. And we are just awaiting for Gervonta Davis to come inside the ring and work out for all of you. We've been here in Las Vegas and waiting for Gervonta. He met with the media earlier, and he will step inside the ring here in a few moments, finishing off the wrapping of his hands. That's what he's doing. And we will talk with Gervonta Davis as he prepares for a showdown against Ryan Garcia, Saturday, April 22nd. Earlier start time, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. You do not want to miss it on Showtime pay-per-view. Tank is ready. Tank is focused. And I'm looking forward to kind of getting into his mindset as to what he's doing, how he's feeling. You know, also the All Access. Loved episode 1. Can't wait for episode 2. That'll be dropping in a couple of days. And we just continue to build up to this massive event on Saturday, April 22nd. If you're going to be here in Las Vegas, check out the social media pages of PBC and Showtime because there will be plenty of events to come to. I can only imagine what the weigh-in's going to be like when these two step on the scale and look at each other for the final time. Both press conferences I found to be very compelling and riveting in their own way in New York and Los Angeles. And we are 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away from Fight Week with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia on Showtime pay-per-view as we will speak with Gervonta Davis, the man known as Tank. Only 2 guys have gone the distance with him, German Mraz and also Isaac Cruz. But Gervonta Davis looking for yet another highlight reel finish. Last year, he did it against Rolando Rolly Romero. He started off this year with the bang, defeating Hector Luis Garcia in his home area of Washington, D.C. He's from Baltimore. Is Gervonta Davis. He's very proud of where he's from. And now he will square off against Ryan Garcia Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view. I know I keep mentioning the pay-per-view, but you know what? Get it now. You do not want to be left out in the cold and have to deal with issues when it comes to your streaming or your pay-per-view or your cable satellite providers, that they are being overloaded, anything like that. You want to be able to be locked in and relax and enjoy what is going to be a wicked night of boxing. Because honestly, when Gervonta Davis fights, I feel the same way about Tank fights, the way I do when the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder fights. At any moment, the fight can end. Both Gervonta and also Ryan Garcia have high knockout percentages. Gervonta Davis is one of the most lethal finishers in the sport. He packs a whale of a punch, and when he has you hurt, it is game over. So how are both men going to respond when they taste each other's power? Will they taste each other's power, or will it be a one-shot knockout for either man? All of these questions are going to be answered on Saturday, April 22nd from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. One thing I hear from fight fans is, oh, the main event starting a little bit late on the East Coast. Well, guess what? An hour early that we are starting, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. So everyone from all over the United States and around the world can enjoy what is going to be a spectacular night of boxing at T-Mobile Arena. I think tickets sold out in under 10 minutes. And you know it's a hot ticket when tickets sell out in under an hour. These two guys are so polarizing and have massive, enormous social media followings. And it's the fact of not only are they fighting, it's prize fighting, so they're both getting paid handsomely for this fight, but they're also fighting more than anything for pride, to try to show I'm better than you. Tank wants to prove that there's a reason why people believe that he's the kingpin of the lightweight division. Ryan Garcia is the young, hungry lion trying to knock off the cash cow, the box office superstar in the lightweight division, one of the most marketable fighters in the sport here in the United States is Gervonta Davis. He has a unique style that fans love, that they really gravitate towards his style in the ring and outside the ring. Gervonta Davis taking on Ryan Garcia Saturday, April 22nd, 16 days away as we are waiting to see. I believe Tank is finishing up wrapping his hands, and then he will have a conversation with us here in the ring. in Las Vegas and, go through his workout. And we will go ahead and continue to await Gervonta Davis. He is coming your way in a few moments, I promise. He is getting himself ready to go. And you know what? Hey, listen, he's the kind of guy that, he beats to his own drum. He does things his way. I believe the music's getting ready to start to play. DJ D Miles, that is here. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come back and we're going to wait. And here is Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is making his way inside the ring, I believe, or he's moving somewhere. And we'll come back when Gervonta is locked and ready to go. He stepped outside for a quick moment. Gervonta Davis reminds me similar to that of when Floyd Money Mayweather moves, that this whole, this group follows him everywhere he goes. So we're going to come back with Gervonta Davis in a few moments, and he will be inside the ring. We're going to be quick, so join us here on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Gervonta Davis will be inside the ring in a few short moments as we await his showdown against Ryan Garcia on Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view. Join us as we'll come back in a few moments, and we await the entrance of Gervonta Tank Davis, the undefeated superstar from Baltimore, Maryland. So welcome back to Las Vegas. I'm going to be talking with Gervonta Davis afterwards. He wants to work out for all the media here in Las Vegas that's assembled, wants to get some work in and prepare himself as final preparations are ongoing for Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis from Baltimore, Maryland, getting ready to work out here in Las Vegas. During the course of the next hour, I'm going to be joined alongside. Here's Leonard Ellerby, my good friend Leonard. Great to talk with you as we get ready for Gervonta Davis to work out. What are your thoughts on this massive event?
It's huge. It's the biggest fight in boxing. It's something that's been highly anticipated. Two young, undefeated fighters going at it in their prime on the big stage. Can't wait.
Gervonta Davis, one of the biggest stars in boxing. I'm going to let him work out. Leonard, we'll talk with you in a few moments. We'll let Tank go ahead and work out, and we'll talk with you. Always great seeing you. Leonard Ellerby, Gervonta Davis working out for all of you. Tank is in the ring. We'll let him take the stage, and I'll talk with him afterwards here on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view.
In the trap house with a lot of trees.
Turn my mic on, and then I'm just gonna do a quick reset, promote, and then let him go back to working out. You're watching the Gervonta Davis workout here on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Gervonta Tank Davis collides against Ryan Garcia Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. It is presented by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by GTG Promotions, along with TGB Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions. All Access episode number 2 drops tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern. All Access episode 2 drops tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern on Showtime. Do not miss it. You will see a behind-the-scenes look of Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia as they prepare for their showdown in 16 days. It is Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia on Showtime pay-per-view from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Back to Tank's workout here in Las Vegas. again here in Las Vegas for Gervonta Davis's media workout. Tank is focused, ready to go. He's being overseen by his esteemed trainer, Calvin Ford. Together they have provided for a winning formula. Gervonta Davis, one of the biggest stars in boxing. He's a box office superstar. Every time Tank fights, the world is watching, and he will be looking for yet another highlight reel finish as he takes on Ryan Garcia Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view. You're watching the Gervonta Davis workout here on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Don't forget, episode 2 of All Access drops tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern on Showtime, as you will see a behind-the-scenes look of Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia as they continue to inch closer to fight night. 16 nights from now, Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Episode 1 has dropped. It is on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Check it out. Episode 2 of All Access dropping tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern, as we continue with the Gervonta Davis workout here in Las Vegas.
Really how my life sound. I've been lying if I told you I'm okay with that. Walk out that door with that for Turn my voice up some more so they can hear me loud. We on God, say come on, we go at anyhow. Send them boys through your hood like a curve out. Finessing up the booth, I put the bird out. Throw L's on my bitch, I was gang time. All on the corner, we on gang time. Probably making up the lunches in my mainline. I'm fucking all three kids at the same time. Had wiped the little bitch down, she was so fine. And we ain't playing around, now we know how. They shot the house, so we can tell me nothing cold out. I think I'm smart, but we don't land it on my 50 drive. I was broken solid, hard, solid 50 crowd. Had a red it up from now, I ain't just anybody. 4 years ago, I was betting we ain't Chris Craig. And if I say it, then we'll home and then we'll make about it. All on the couch, with them stickers. Don't tell us turn it down, cause we get so fucking down. We sales out back, this bitch is so down. You don't know us, let me tell what you should know about it. Turn my voice up some more so they can hear me loud. We don't go, I say come on, we go at anyhow. Send them boys through your blood like a curve out. Finessing out the booth, I put the bird out. Throw L's on my pictures, my little gang time. All on the corner, we on gang time. Probably making up, pull up, just hit my main line. I'm fucking all three kids at the same time. Turn my voice up some more so they can hear me loud. We on God, I say come on, we go at anyhow. Send them boys through your hood like a curve out. Finessing out the booth, I put the bird out. Throw L's on my pictures, my little gang sign. All on the corner, we on gang time. Call me million, I pull up, just hit my main line. I'm fucking on my three kids at the same time. I wiped the little bitch down, she was so fine. And we ain't playing around, now we know how. They shot the house, so we can tell me nothing cold out. I think I'm smart, but we don't land it on my 50 crowd. I was building solid, hard, solid 50 crowd. Had to ran it up from now, I ain't just anybody. 4 years ago, I was betting me and Chris Craig. And if I say it, then we'll home and I'm gonna make about it. All on the couch, with them stickers. Don't tell us turn it down, cause we get so fucking loud. We sales out back, this bitch is so loud. You don't know, let me tell what you should know about it. Turn my voice up some more so they can hear me loud. We don't go, I say come on, we go at anybody. Send them boys through your hood like a curve out. Finessing out the booth, I put the bird out. Throw L's on my pictures, my little gang sign. All on the corner, we on gang time. Call me million, I pull up, just hit my main line. I'm fucking all three kids at the same time. Sometimes I gotta slow down and take time. If I could, I'd take a big time. The time and I would make the whole world smile. Diamonds and pearls, cause I just wanna see my girl shine. Sometimes I gotta slow down and take time. If I could, I'd just wanna make a big time. The time and I would make the whole world smile. Diamonds and pearls, cause I just wanna see my girl shine. Sometimes I gotta slow down and take time.
Hey, because the frame kind of messed up. I'm gonna make the whole world smile. Diamonds and pearls, cause I just wanna see my girl shine. If my dreams, I see it. You gotta be careful, man. If I see it, like $1 million come by. That's if they have a look. I make it rain, but I didn't wanna see the sunshine. They got black, they got drinking like a rock out. Put in the work, I never let my knock out. Sometimes I gotta slow down and take time. If I could, I just wanna make a big time. The time and I will make the whole world smile. Diamonds and pearls, cause I just wanna see my girl shine. If my dreams, I see it, then the whole world mine. If I see it, like $1 million come by. That's if they have a look. I make it rain, but I never let my
Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Actually, my pocket right. Excuse me. Oops, sorry.
Hey, y'all give us some room. We're trying. This is supposed to be a medium workout. Give us room to work out. We're trying to work out, y'all. Please. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. trying to give y'all what y'all want, but at the same time, we're trying to work out.
Probably Garner. I want Brock Purdy.
I don't know if Trey can play yet.
What I'm seeing from him ain't impressing me.
Guys, do me a favor. Take a couple steps back, please. Thank you. Thanks.
I got a brand new in my car.
We continue with the Gervonta Davis workout here in Las Vegas. Gervonta Davis fine-tuning his preparations. We are just over 2 weeks away until Saturday, April 22nd. Gervonta Davis collides against Ryan Garcia on Showtime pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Gervonta Davis once again trained by the man that's been with him since the beginning, Calvin Ford. Gervonta, very proud of where he's from in Baltimore, Maryland. Don't forget, if you haven't seen All Access Episode 1, it is on the Showtime Sports social media pages. All Access Episode 2 drops tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern on Showtime. Do not miss it. You will see a behind-the-scenes look at what Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia are doing to prepare themselves for the biggest night of their respective careers. Two men who are in their 20s, in the primes of their careers. They've both made a considerable amount of money. This is a high-stakes, high-level prize fight between two of the world's best. Two guys that when they fight, the world stops because of the kind of attention and the style that they have inside the ring and their personalities. They're both vastly different. Calvin Ford with Gervonta Davis as Tank will continue to work out here in Las Vegas. I will speak with Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis following today's workout. Back to Gervonta Davis's workout. Don't forget, Tank and Ryan go at it Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view from what will no doubt be an electric T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, promoted by GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Golden Boy Promotions, presented by Premier Boxing Champions on Showtime pay-per-view. What a spring it has been for Showtime Championship Boxing, and it comes your way, and it culminates on Saturday, April 22nd with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia.
I'm gonna go right here. Jeff, let me push out from there. Let me push out.
Bitch, I know why you got it.
Las Vegas. If you're just joining us, this is the Gervonta Davis Media Workout. Media from all over the world that have come here to Las Vegas. We are just over 2 weeks away until fight night, a legacy fight in the lightweight division between two superstars, Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. They put it all on the line on Saturday, April 22nd on Showtime pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. All access. Episode 1 is up on the Showtime Sports social media pages. Episode 2 drops tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern on Showtime. Do not miss it. A comprehensive look of Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia and their path to get ready for fight night. The workout for Gervonta Davis continues here in Las Vegas.
Can we shoot over here?
Guys. Watch out, bro. I'm good.
Everyone, take a step back, please.
I got the phone. Just to the side.
Feel like I've been here before, cause I've been there somewhere. Dropping hundreds in the world, and this is everywhere. Come try and bring my nigga back, he's on time to pick. It'd be hard to say this, we gon' fight demons. Some shit I heard you say, I couldn't believe that. If you got some love for me, I really need that. There's some shit that I just seen that got my dreams back. Niggas talking on my back, my face is so tired, I'm told it's like you jumping over the gates. Bros on me, he on me, no, he's fake. You don't money, it's way hard to try and be the case. You ever seen a killer cry? I really seen that. This man's therapy for me, I don't need feedback. I back him up and back him, he bring no feedback. I back him up in the game, bro, with all these defects. I was struck down to you, but that's your past tense. You can't sense that it's cool, but when those past tense.
School murder.
I've been got all of that shit, I wish I had now. Drago, I can't even hide it, fucking Drago. Cash up, going out the store and ripping tag up. Tag up, keeping that shit going, that's my life. I've been got all of that shit, I wish I had now. Drago, I can't even hide it, fucking Drago. Cash up, going out the store and ripping tag up. Tag up, keeping that shit going, that's my life.
Let's show time to get this shot. Everybody else back up.
I can't even hide it, fucking brag on. Cash out, going in on stuff, I'm ripping tags off. Trap house, keeping that shit going, that's my life. Feel like yesterday, I was broke as fuck, I couldn't even see shit. Need a bitch, I can spend no cash, just wanna eat it. Done is gone, 15 racks, we throwing it under on it. She don't even speaking on my chain, shit, I got a lot of trouble. Don't keep coming out talking about like it's got to knock it up. I keep on talking about man, these niggas in this little tap pit. I'm getting ready to watch this shit get made in Spain, man. And these diamonds just like tanking, bitches made it. These cities from my life, I keep my pipe and I can't sleep at night. I'm still for that person, touching mic into that paper, man. I can't even talk about that shit that we done been through. Cause we put rolling watches off the block, I feel invincible. I been got all of that shit, I wish I had that. I can't go, I can't even hide it, fucking brag on. Cash out, going in on the store, I'm ripping tags off. Trap house, keeping that shit going, that's my life. It feel like yesterday, I was broke as fuck, I couldn't even see the shit. Need a bitch, I need to spend no cash, I just wanna eat a dick. Gun is gone, 15 racks, we throwing it under arms. She don't even speaking on my chain, shit, I got a lot of trouble. Deep in my veins, we just smoking roll. We done went high class with the strings out, you keep me going. They get that shit from your boy, they get the drip from your boy. So much money, I'm feeling like Floyd. So much money is making me know it. And I ain't even giving no choice. I know I'm making it noise. Crank out the engine, I'm making it raw. Keep it blicky, I got no boy. I got my hand in the claps, I get more high, no coming down. Talking about everybody glass like 100 shots, how we ride, bro. No, you heard about my side of town. We done sold 100,000 pounds. Always know that I won't let me down. And I'm ready, we don't fuck around. I went got all of that shit, I wish I had, man. I can't go. I can't even hide it, fucking brag on. Cash out, going in on the store, I'm ripping tags off. Trap house, keeping that shit going, that's my life. It feel like yesterday, I was broke as fuck, I couldn't even see the shit. Need a bitch, I need to spend no cash, I just wanna eat a dick. Gun is gone, 15 racks, we throwing it under arms. She don't even speaking on my chain, shit, I got a lot of trouble.
Been around Gervonta Davis pretty much since his inception. Leonard, as we're watching Gervonta Davis work out on the treadmill, you know, we are 16 days away. I'm getting butterflies, you know, the hair on the back of your neck standing up. This is what big fights are all about.
Man, you're right. And, you know, I've had my share of being a part of them.
Just a few, Leonard.
Yeah, just a few. And, you know, I know what it's like, again, you know, just from the beginning of when we first, you know, talked about this fight. It's been a highly anticipated fight. You know, it's something that the diehard fans have been wanting to see. And, you know, both guys have done a phenomenal job with, you know, building their name slowly but surely along the way. And, you know, along with their teams, you know, again, both guys have come together and put it together where they're the two biggest names in the entire division. And here we go. We got a mega fight on the 22nd.
It's crazy to think that Gervonta, he's only 28 years of age, but he's been a pro for over 10 years. He's celebrating his 10th year as a pro now here in 2023. But for him, if he's able to defeat Ryan Garcia, is that signature victory for him? And likewise, Ryan Garcia is also looking for that signature victory.
Almost definitely. Yeah, it's the biggest fight of both of their careers. And this is what it's all about, you know, to be able to, because Ryan Garcia is one of the best. He's definitely one of the best. People try to downplay him only because he's fighting Tank now. You know, they don't want, that's their way of not giving Tank his props and really giving the respect that's due to for those two guys coming together. You know what I mean? Again, it's like both of those guys in the prime of their career, and this is on the big stage. And that's why we've said from the beginning that when Tank wins this fight in emphatic fashion, he's going to be the face of boxing.
Have you ever seen Gervonta this focused in his career? Because as I watch him, he's not smiling. He's all business. Everything has to be he's so detail-orientated with this training camp.
Right, he really is. And that's because, again, he is really focused. And he has a great team around him. And again, it's like they know it's the biggest fight of his life, and they're treating it accordingly. He's working extremely hard. You know, he's been isolated. And again, putting in that work, getting ready, because a lot of people think that he's been taking Ryan for granted. Tank is busting his ass and got in the best shape of his entire life, and he's ready to lay it all on the line in less than 2 weeks.
Finally, Leonard, what can fans expect? What do you think the world is going to see on Saturday, April 22nd, when Gervonta Davis takes on Ryan Garcia?
I fully expect it to be a very, very entertaining fight for as long as it lasts. And one thing we're going to find out is whether Ryan Garcia can take a shot. We're going to find out that, and I think we're going to find that out early. I think, and whether it's to the body, to the head, we're going to find out.
Leonard, thank you so much, my friend. Always a pleasure to see you during fight week.
Most definitely. Good seeing you, Ray.
Leonard Ellaby joining us. Back to Gervonta Davis's workout.
I need you to keep doing you, and I really like the way that you move. Make me feel good like a fan mission. Take it there, we can keep getting high. Me and Queen's got the beats on fire. Got the P's, got the streets on fire. No lie, I never back down, I'm a lion. Don't you ever run away, I'll find you. Bust down, ice out there, my God. Bend it over, let me squeeze like fire. I'm the type of guy that you sip on fly. He said he on, but he might be lying. Know the money good.
little bit, guys. Give him some room. Please. Yeah, I figured that.
Looks ready. Ready. What's up, man?
It's got edge on it.
Ray, are we still up? Yeah, we're still up.
And we are back here in Las Vegas as you just saw Gervonta Tank Davis. 28-0, 26 knockouts workout for all the media here in the fighting capital of the world. The anticipation continues to build as we are just over 2 weeks away until Gervonta Davis squares off against Ryan Garcia on Showtime pay-per-view Saturday, April 22nd. How do you be a part of Fight Night if for some reason you cannot be here in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena? It's very easy. All you have to do is call your local cable or satellite provider, or also go on the Showtime Sports social media pages, the website, and order it in the comfort of your own home, on your smart TV, on your mobile device. No matter where you are around the world, you do not want to miss what is going to be a legacy-defining fight for both men in the lightweight division. Both guys are undefeated. Both guys have massive, and when I mean massive followings, fan-wise and on social media, they both have entertaining styles. They both have knockout power. They both want to test each other against and really see who is truly the best in the lightweight division. We will find out a lot of those answers on Saturday, April 22nd from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on Showtime pay-per-view. An hour earlier when we're starting, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time, promoted by GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Golden Boy Promotions, presented by Premier Boxing Champions Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. They are both looking for the biggest wins of their careers, and just over 2 weeks away. Cannot wait. On social media, use the hashtag DavisGarcia to partake in the conversation. Follow us at Premier Boxing, also at Showtime Sports, also Showtime Boxing. Give us your thoughts. Let us know who you believe is going to have their hand raised on Saturday, April 22nd. You see that the media, I mean, literally, Gervonta Davis can't walk a couple of feet, a couple of steps without having cameras in his face because there is so much excitement and anticipation for Fight Night on Saturday, April 22nd. This is a great fight for boxing because it's the best fighting the best. They are both in the primes of their careers, and they both are rolling the dice. They both could have allowed this fight to marinate another 6 months, another year, but both said no. Let's get to the springtime of 2023, and lo and behold, we are just over 2 weeks away until that bell will ring at T-Mobile Arena. The first bell, and typically, you know it's a great fight when I believe that the fans are going to roar when that first bell rings, as Gervonta Davis is in one corner, Ryan Garcia is in the other, and the bell rings, and away we go. I believe like Leonard Ellerbe. Leonard Ellerbe did say that he doesn't believe the fight will go the distance. I don't think this is going to go to the scorecards. We have seen, let's just say, over the course of history in boxing, we've seen some egregious decisions. I don't think the judges will be needed. The ref will be needed, but I don't believe the judges will be needed because, in my estimation, someone is going to get knocked out. Gervonta Davis proudly representing Baltimore, Maryland. I will talk with Gervonta and also his esteemed trainer, Calvin Ford. Together, they have done nothing but win in over the 10 years that Gervonta has been a professional. 28-0, 26 knockouts. The only two guys to go the distance with Gervonta Davis. German Miraz, that was years ago, I think 2014, and Isaac Cruz, the pit bull, back in December of 2021 at Crypto.com Arena, formerly known as the Staples Center. Now for Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, both men know what's in front of them. Gervonta is so, detailed. I mentioned this to Leonard Ellerby, but the little things that he's doing, really focusing on his nutrition. Gervonta's locked in. He's focused. He's not smiling. He's all business because he realizes what a massive fight this is. 28 years of age, having main evented in Baltimore, recently in Washington, D.C., at Capital One Arena, finishing off Hector Luis Garcia. He went ahead and beat Hugo Ruiz at the War Grounds in Carson, drew over 7,000 people, a late replacement, beat Leo Santa Cruz with a devastating left uppercut knockout back on Halloween night of 2020, finishing off Mario Barrios when he went up to 140, going ahead and beating Hector Luis Garcia, knocking out Rolando Rolly Romero, the biggest gate in the history of Barclays Center for boxing, the biggest attendance for boxing in the history of Barclays Center. Everywhere Gervonta goes, he draws attention, he draws sellouts, he draws, gate records, and he's looking to do the same on Saturday, April 22nd from T-Mobile Arena, as his adversary will be Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis, the favorite according to the odds makers in Las Vegas, but Ryan Garcia, trained under the guidance of the legendary Joe Goosen, who will be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame this June. Trained by Joe Goosen. Ryan is focused, ready to go. You have two of the world's best at 135 getting ready to go toe-to-toe. The question is, like Leonard Ellerby said, who can withstand the other man's punch? That seems to be the question. With Gervonta Davis, when he has you hurt, he puts you away. Ryan Garcia is supremely confident. 2 years ago, he went on Mike Tyson's podcast, and they put Tank on FaceTime, and Ryan Garcia said, I'm knocking you out. When we fight, I'm going to knock you out in 2 rounds or less. That was a bold prediction over 2 years ago. That was when Ryan Garcia was 21 years of age. Now that he's 23, now that he's with Joe Goosen, what will he be able to do against the cash cow of the division, the box office superstar in Gervonta Davis? All of those questions will be answered. And how do you see those questions be answered? Join us on Showtime pay-per-view, Saturday, April 22nd from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Gervonta is going ahead and finishing up and winding down. We're going to talk with Gervonta. We're going to talk with Calvin Ford. And really curious to see, get a more in-depth perspective as to what Gervonta Davis is thinking. We saw him all business inside the ring. Speaking of all business, speaking of all things, All Access Episode 1 of Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia is on the Showtime Sports social media pages right now. Over 3 million people have checked it out. Episode 2 of All Access drops tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern on Showtime. Do not miss it. I love this behind-the-scenes look of both men as they really dive into their personal lives, their world, as they are embedded into the heart of training camp. Final preparations are being made, and we'll talk with Gervonta Davis in a few moments as he's talking with some of the media members here. And Gervonta, curious to hear what his thoughts are. You saw him at the press conference in New York. You saw him in Los Angeles. And now we're going to speak with him just 16 nights away from the biggest fight of his career, even though he has had some memorable moments, highlight reel knockouts. But for both Gervonta and Ryan Garcia, the buck stops here on Saturday, April 22nd. They both know that in order for them to continue to rise up the ranks and really further their legacy, they need a win over the other man. And here we are in the spring of 2023, the best fighting the best, with so much on the line in the fighting capital of the world. So apropos that we're here in Las Vegas, a city that is known for gambling, for high stakes. And obviously, there have been memorable prize fights in boxing history that have occurred here in Las Vegas. add this one to the list. We were just here a couple of weeks ago for David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. They went to battle against each other. What a fight that was. What a memorable night. We are going to have yet another memorable night as Gervonta Davis collides against Ryan Garcia on Showtime pay-per-view. As we mentioned, we're going to be talking with Gervonta coming up in a few short moments, along with his esteemed trainer, Calvin Ford. And we will go ahead and we are awaiting our conversation with Gervonta Davis and Calvin Ford here in Las Vegas. We're going to talk and try to effort Calvin Ford in a few short moments and then come back and then have Gervonta Davis, the man over the next 16 days who will be front and center. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia collide for all the marbles on Saturday, April 22nd in the fighting capital of the world. Running down the undercard, we're going to start off our first fight on pay-per-view with 19-year-old sensation Elijah Garcia. He will match up against Kevin Salgado. Only one loss on his dossier, that one in the middleweight division. Then we will move Gabriel Rosado back in action as he takes on the Bully, a man that he knocked out. He knocked out the Uzbek a couple of years ago in grand fashion. Our co-main event will be the super middleweight, the undefeated David Morrell Jr. as he takes on Senia Akbeko. And now I'm going to talk with the undefeated 28-0, 26 knockouts, proudly representing Baltimore, Maryland, Gervonta Tank Davis, joining us here in Las Vegas. Tank, it is great to see you over 2 weeks away until this massive fight with you and Ryan Garcia. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You know, I had a good media workout, so I'm feeling decent. It was great today.
This is the first time that I've seen you smile. Typically, I see you in the gym and you're smiling, you're focused on business, but I feel like this is the most focused I've ever seen you in your career. You're really detail-orientated. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay completely focused on the task. I know I got a big task in front of me come April the 22nd, so my main focus is just getting the job done.
What is it like entering battle with the man to your left, Calvin Ford? Both you and Calvin from Baltimore, you guys are a winning formula. What is the chemistry like and the recipe to your success?
Just stay close to each other. We've been doing this for so long. Calvin is like a major key to my success in the years and things like that. And I'll be nowhere without Calvin, so I always keep him close to me. He's dad to me for sure, and we've been going through our ups and downs together. So that's how we always been.
You're a worldwide box office superstar no matter where you go. However, I know that on Saturday, April 22nd, when you enter the ring, you're going to be representing Baltimore, Maryland, your home area. How much does it mean for you? You had a homecoming against Hector Luis Garcia, sold out Capital One Arena. But what is it like? How proud are you to represent Baltimore, Maryland on a stage of this magnitude?
It means a lot to me. You know, just that's coming from where I come from. Just not even Baltimore, just the people that come from where I come from, like the background that I had and things like that. I don't want to get too much deeply into it, but just people just like me. You know what I mean? That's who I'm doing it for, and trying to give them hope. You know what I mean? No matter wherever, like you've been going through in your past, but your future is bright. Just stay on a great path, and continue to stay focused, and may you win in the future.
During the press conferences in New York and Los Angeles, especially in L.A., you guys were face-to-face. We saw it on All Access, where you guys were going back and forth, and you said, you got a left hook, that is it. Do you believe that it is, with him, he only has one way of winning, and that is with that left hook, whereas you feel like you have multiple weapons at your disposal?
Yes, I think that he's going to have to show me come April the 22nd, but as of right now, that's all I think he have is a left hook. And I'll be on point that night, come April the 22nd. I'm just all around board, just looking for the best Ryan Garcia. Come April the 22nd. But I feel as though he's not a complete fighter, and then come April the 22nd, I'm gonna show him.
You're a student of the game. You love the sport of boxing. You watch it and you follow the history of this great sport. This matchup is talked about all over the world. Two guys fighting their primes, a legacy fight. How much would a win over Ryan Garcia mean for you?
It would mean a lot, you know. Just not even just saying like, of course Ryan, but just somebody like young like him, somebody that's explosive, somebody that's in that prime. Just the build up to the fight. We have legends talking about this, like people that's, you know, like Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. We just got so many big people that's tuned into this fight. We got boxing fans. We got people that's not boxing fans that's tuned into this fight. So it's just big. It's just big for the sport. I feel as though we drawing in a lot of people, and a win over Ryan, or a win just that night, just will be like super, like, it'll be like crazy. It'll be like I won a world title again, and a title not even on the line.
Do you think that, I know you're preparing for 12 rounds, you probably can go 15 rounds with what I saw you inside the ring. Do you think that with both of you guys having high knockout percentages, you with over 92%, him with 83%, that it will go to the cards at any point? Highly unlikely, right?
Yeah, it's highly unlikely, but you never know with the sport of boxing. You know, that's the beauty of the sport of boxing. You never know. You never know. So I don't know. It just, you got to tune into it. Come April the 22nd. If you can't be there, make sure you tune in on Showtime pay-per-view, the Zone pay-per-view, and it's gonna be spectacular. I feel as though it's two young guys that's hungry.
He said 2 years ago, he got you on FaceTime during Mike Tyson's podcast over 2 years ago, and he said 2 rounds or less. This was when he was 21. Was that just smack talk to try to entice you for the fight, or do you really think that he believes that he can finish you off in 2 rounds or less? This is what he said 2 years ago.
I don't believe so. I think that I think he's just trying to hype himself up to get himself into the fight. But I don't really truly believe that he think that it's going to take 2 rounds. It's going to take a little bit more than 2 rounds. Unless he coming with strength that I never seen at all in the sport of boxing.
My final 2 questions to you is that if you can give one message to Ryan Garcia before we get ready for April 22nd and you guys step inside the ring and collide at T-Mobile Arena on Showtime pay-per-view, what is that message for Ryan Garcia?
Get ready for that ass spanking. Get ready for that.
And finally, what do you want to tell all the fans out there that'll be tuned in or jam-packed into T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas?
Make sure y'all come early. Get y'all popcorn early. Whatever y'all going to get it early, because it's going to be an early night for sure.
Gervonta Tank Davis joining us. Thank you very much, Gervonta. We'll allow you to relax. Calvin, if we can have a conversation with you. Thank you very much, Tank. Good luck. We're going to get Calvin Ford to break down some of the X's and O's, not giving away any of the game plan, but Calvin Ford, the esteemed trainer of Gervonta Tank Davis. We appreciate Tank for his time. Calvin, you've been with Tank since he was a little kid, literally watching him grow and blossom to become the prize fighter that he is. 28-0, 26 knockouts. In your estimation, how does he become 29-0 on Saturday, April 22nd?
Listening and just do what we've been doing all this long. This is journey. I seen the journey a long time ago. That night is this night. Walk through that desert, through that fire, whatever we got to walk through, we coming through it.
I saw that on the All Access that he has a nutritionist with him. You know, really, I feel like this is the most focused I've ever seen Tank in his 10-year-plus career. Is that accurate to say?
Yes, it is. If he's taking pages out some of the greats in all sports, you know. We got so many people that's around us that's taking care of certain projects that they hold accountable for their projects. You know, we have strength and conditioning coach. We have a coach to make sure the body right. We have a coach the nutrition and making sure the food is right, making sure that, you know, that he's making the weight the correct way and whatnot. Everybody that's doing their part. Me and Kenny Ellis is doing the boxing part. We always been doing that. Kenny watching the tape. We have like meetings. I don't like watching tapes. Never did, you know, because I'm like a person that adapts in the fight. You know, I'm like this. When a fight happens, he ain't gonna ask you what your weight class, how hard you hit. We got to do what we do. So I have to make the adjustments outside the ring to make sure we give him the correct answer coming back to our corner.
Now, obviously, Ryan is significantly taller than that of Tank. He stands about 5'10", 5'11", depending on who measures him. That is his height. How does Tank handle and combat that height difference? He fought Mario Barrios before at 140. So is that the example for you?
It's not. I wouldn't say it's an example because each fighter fight differently. If he think he's going to come out and blast like Barrios did, it was just Tank first time fighting at 140 and a tall fighter like that. So we had to make the adjustments. That's what we do with everybody. So whatever you plan to do, come on with it.
How excited are you to match wits? Because not only do you have Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia fighting, but two outstanding corners. You, obviously, Kenny Ellis, and, Ryan Garcia's esteemed trainer, Joe Goosen, who will be inducted in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. How much are you looking forward to that challenge?
To tell you the truth, it's like looking at a great mind and watching him over the years. I grew up off of Joe, as far as his coaching ability, the fighters that he built. And for us to come out on top of this fight against Joe means a lot to me. Me and Kenny never get our props, but we don't do it for props. But I think we one of the best trainers in the world. You got two minds that comes together, man, and you don't normally see that in the boxing. You always know about one, but Kenny, he got my back. It's like my third eye. He always watching my back, letting me think, because you can't see everything. You got to have a good team. When you at the sitting at the board table, you got everybody doing their jobs, and that's how it is. Everybody got to do their job. Tank is sitting at the head of the table, but my job is to make sure that he's getting the information that everybody is doing what they're supposed to do, and then making sure there's something that he don't like, that I explain that to them.
I'm going to go back to a point that Gervonta made during the stare down in Los Angeles where Tank told Ryan, all you got is the left hook, whereas Tank believes that he has more skills at his disposal to propel him to victory on Saturday, April 22nd. Are you of that same mindset?
Well, like I said, I'm still looking for that fighter to bring the best out of Tank. No one has seen the best out of Tank. Coaches that's been around us for years, no, that's not all of Tank. You know what I'm saying? You see glimpses of him, but I'm hoping Ron come in there as a young, undefeated guy with power, do things to Tank to show that y'all really don't want to get in the ring with him.
So you're telling me that we have yet to see the best of Gervonta Tank Davis?
Really, I say it all the time. I don't look for knockouts. I don't train Tank for knockouts. I train Tank for punishment. Get what I'm saying? Hector got a little glimpse of it.
How much better is Gervonta Davis been? And, because he fought in May of last year, but he took this fight in January. People are thinking, well, with the Ryan Garcia fight out there on the table, why take this fight? But obviously, he was spectacular in his performance over Hector Luis Garcia. Do you think that him being more active compared to that of Ryan Garcia when he fought in July, that'll play a difference in the fight?
True. Very true. Because you got to remember, I don't want to let secrets out.
No, don't tell me anything, but just, kind of giving a synopsis.
Looking at Tank coming out that fight and looking at how his body looking now, that means everything is running perfectly. It's like a NASCAR. You making sure all the bolts are right. Everything is running correctly. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing we got to do is fight that first fight, the scale. Once we beat that scale, it's a fight.
In a perfect world, Calvin Ford, how does the fight end with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia?
Well, in the words of Kenny Ellis, he want a knockout. With me, I want punish. I want him punished so bad that he'll sit there and not. He'll give Tank his respect. Most fighters that fight Tank don't never give him his props to tell him how great he is. If I had that from out of Ron after this fight, hands down.
Calvin, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Calvin Ford joining us, the esteemed trainer of Gervonta Tank Davis. That'll do it here from Las Vegas. In just over 2 weeks, the biggest fight of the year, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia on Showtime pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Do not miss it. We'll talk to you during Fight Week.
Gervonta Tank Davis. King Ryan Garcia. Two undefeated stars, two journeys, one mega fight to make history.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, Saturday, April 22nd, live on pay-per-view.
Like me, Lee Murray wanted to be world champion in the UFC.
He just happens to be involved in the largest cash robbery in the world.
2
This is the sort of thing you see in Hollywood films.
Heists, armed gang, huge amounts of money.
The policeman, Shorty, Hoodie, Mr. Average, High Vis, Driver, and Stopwatch.
A fiendishly clever plan, which, up to the moment they drove away, had worked flawlessly.
Catching Lightning. Only on Showtime. Streaming with Paramount Plus.
Once upon a time, there was a place called the wilderness.
We did things out there that we're ashamed of.
There was some darkness.
Your friendships are a little more complicated than most.
Yellow Jackets. Only on Showtime. Streaming with Paramount Plus.